this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy, and I'm back this afternoon to start to share with you the little gift bags that I am designing out of the papers from the Attic Roses collection from Shabby Art Boutique for the craft room. I've already put the background on these, and I'll just show you, tell you what I did on these. The measurements of the little bags that I got at Hobby Lobby are 4.5 inches wide, 5 inches tall, by 2.5 inches deep. And so I cut my paper just a little bit smaller, and I measured that by 4 1/4 wide and 4 3/4 high, so that when I glued it on there, you can see a little of the color of the bag behind it. I rounded the corners and inked the edges. You don't have to do that, but that's what I did. And I just chose from the three papers that I had what I wanted to use for a background. And so I glued these on. I used Fabri-Tac, and I put glue on the back of the cardstock, and especially on the edge, and then kind of a little in the middle, and glued those down. And I mashed them from the front, and then I turned them over and mashed them again because it's a little bit lumpy. So this is the first one I'm going to do, the green. I think that's what I chose. And I've already laid out the design, and we're going to glue it together on camera. I may not do them all this way, but I wanted to start with the first one. And I'm going to use a combination of glues. I'm going to use the Bearly Art sometimes, but then I'm just going to go ahead and use hot glue where I can. It just goes a little quicker. So I decided on this one to have a pocket at the bottom. And as you'll be able to tell, a lot of this background gets covered up, but that's okay. You've got the background behind everything that makes it beautiful. So I just took one of the, I think this is from, it's one of the pieces of paper that I used on here, and I just cut it out to fit and cut a little notch in the top and inked it. And I'm going to glue that down on 3 sides at the bottom. Raising it up just a little bit from the bottom, and I rounded these corners too, just to make it all kind of match. And I had a piece of lace I wanted to put on there, and I figure I need to put it on before I start decorating everything else. So I'm just going to put this down the side, and I'm going to use my hot glue. I need to get out my little silicone fingers so I don't burn myself. Now I pre-cut this. It's a tiny bit long, so I'm going to snip that off at the top. There we go. Now the next thing I want to do is decorate the pocket. And I have a teddy bear and some roses and a couple of leaves. And let's see, no, this goes up here. Okay, a teddy bear and some roses, and I wanted to put lace underneath. So I have this piece of lace that's going to go on the very bottom of this, and I like it because it still shows the paper through. Although I'm going to cover it up, and I'm going to use hot glue again. And I'm not putting any lace that hangs over the bottom because so it can stand up when I'm finished. And what I've decided over here was to put some roses. Something like that. We'll glue on our little teddy bear. All these pieces, as I told you, I cut out on my Cricut, and now I've inked the edges. Now there's our little teddy bear. Couple of roses. And then I wanted to put a tag in this pocket, and I chose one of the larger tags in the pink, and I had to cut it off a little bit because I didn't want it to stand up past the top. So it'll go all the way down in there like that. And I have a few little things that I'm going to put on this, so I'll do that. This is fixed so you could write on the back if you want to write a little message in with the package. I can see this, this bag, if someone wanted to keep it, that they could cut the front off of it and actually use it for a journal cover or on a card, or just keep it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to glue this heart onto the top of this tag so that it kind of sticks out the top. Okay, now I have a collection of little things here that I'm gonna cluster on this so I think I want to use my hot glue again. And if I just put the hot glue right in the center, then I can still tuck some things in underneath. And I want to use these little leaves. And just kind of tuck them in underneath the flowers. I can see I've got a shadow. I'm going to have to change my lighting for the next one. And then I have a button that I want to go up here in the corner, and I have a little piece of pink ribbon that I'm going to stick underneath. I have glue strings. So let me put the little piece of ribbon down first, and then I'll put the button up on top. Okay, so there's our tag that goes down in the pocket. So pretty. And the next thing we're going to do is make a tag for the to from, and this will hang over here on this side. What I did was cut out, I'll move this out of the way, I cut out two of the little smallest tags and I left them together like this. Folded them in half, and then I punched a hole in the top and cut out a little notch because we're going to make this a pocket over here on this side. So the first thing I'll do is glue that so that there's a pocket. Just by gluing the top and the very bottom. And that makes our little pocket right here. And on the oval, I've cut out one of the tiny little girls and a rose. So let me get her glued on there. Almost like it's a frame with a mat around it. And then I'm going to place the rose just kind of down here like this. So there's our tag, and then this pocket, I need to get it open. There we go. I use this in here to open it up. So we have our little tag that goes inside, like this. And this will be the tag where you write to your friend from me. And I decided the tag needed a little something, so I had put together a, I don't need this on my finger anymore. I have put together a little clip with a piece of lace that matches our lace on the side and some charms. And I'm just going to pin that right on the side. That will dangle off the side of our little card that pulls out. And so now all we have left to do is tie the tag onto the handle. And I have some pink tissue. Let me see, it's right here where I can find it. I have pink tissue that I plan to use in these. And I may have to cut it down, but let me go ahead and fix this up so you can see. So there's our little gift. Now, additional things you can do is add some pearls, some little sequins, some stickles, and I may do some of that extra stuff, but this is just darling. There's a little card here where you can put a message, a happy birthday message or something, and then this little tag has where you can write to from in it. And this is decorative enough that, like I said, you could cut the front off this bag and keep that front. I see these as almost like you would do a journal cover, and I love to do the journal covers better than anything. So there's always more you can do to dress up things, but I think this is just precious for a gift, and the gift will be one of our small journals. Let's see what I did with those. The gift will be one of our small journals, and it'll tuck down inside, and it'll be all decorated and with ribbons and stuff on it, and it'll be inside, and there will be a pocket in there if you should want to include a gift card. So we'll come back, and once I make all 4 of the bags, then we will make a journal that kind of matches the cover of the bag. So I'm going to go off and make some more, and I'll be back. Okay, I went ahead and finished up the other 3 bags instead of doing them on camera, because I've already got 15 minutes involved in this video, so I don't want it to be too long where it bores you. I know I don't like the longer ones myself. This is the one we've already done, and I decided to kind of go with a theme on each one, and then we'll match our journal to it. This one I used the little girl picture and the roses and the books, and I just layered it. I had the floral background already. I layered some book page and some cheesecloth under there that you can barely see. Put my little girl's picture there, trimmed her in some pearls. Put a stack of books. The stack of books with the roses was one of the ephemera pieces. I took one of the little strips for words and wrote love on it. Trimmed it with some lace and a flower. Made the flowers, these 2, 3-dimensional by using the puffy tape under them. So this is just 2 of the flowers, and then the 3rd one is smaller. And a pretty little bow. And then I used one of the small postcards for our tag. Tied it with some ribbon and topped it off with our tissue paper. So there's the love and the books. And the next one I did was a sewing machine. And this whole thing here was a piece of ephemera from the kit. So I just layered on some lace. And when I put down this piece here, I put the glue on 2 sides so that I made a pocket for this tag. This is a cluster of the roses from the kit, and a butterfly that I have. They come in a package of a bunch of butterflies. So the tag can be written on if you want to write a message. There's a button down here because of the sewing machine. Trimmed it in some sparkle. Put another rose up here. And then I use this for the tag, one of the little tickets. I have a pair of scissors from a kit of scissors that has this kind of edge on it, and it cuts out those little tickets real easy. And these are called School Smart, and they came in a set of probably 10 or 12 different designs in a little carousel. And so that finishes that one up. And the last one is a travel, kind of a travel theme with a, I used my jute ribbon. It's about this wide. I used that. I put down one of the paper doilies from the kit and some book page and under that all. And then I just put the stack of suitcases and the camera, because you'd want to take pictures if you were on a trip. This rose is 3-dimensional. A clock to wake you up so you don't miss anything. And then I went ahead and put some dangles on here I figured if you were going on a trip, you'd need a key to your room or your suitcases. You might see a turtle, you might see an owl, or some unique trees. So that's the charms that I selected. And then I had this tassel, and I thought that looked kind of cool on there. So the tassel is from some of the stuff my mother gave me from her Victorian ornaments. And then I used the postcard tag because you want to send postcards back home if you're on a trip. And just tied it on, and the to from can be written on the back. Stuffed my pink tissue in there. We're ready to insert our journals. So those are finished. And so if you remember, we have our 4 little journals that are going to go with these. And I have already put them kind of grouped the pages together. I just took where there were 4 on a page and printed out those and used the 2 together for this small journal. And then inside, I used some kind of paper that I had that was kind of rainbow colors. So this is regular paper here, and I plan to make these writing journals. But I'll use some of my small ephemera pieces to kind of decorate the pages. And I'm going to put a pocket inside with a tag in there or a card or something, but it could be used for a gift card. And the fronts of our little journals that go inside will be, I'll use the smaller pieces, but they will be in the same kind of theme as the front. So it will be a matching set. These will just be stapled together and then a ribbon tied around. So stay tuned for the next video that I'll have the little miniature journals that go inside our gift bags. So I hope you enjoyed this. There's a million different things that you can do with this idea. And I have some larger bags that I'm going to do too, either with this kit or another one. But I don't think I can get all these on here at once, but they're beautiful and they were fun to make. And like I said, it's just like doing a journal cover. And if you give these to someone, they can keep the little bag and use it again, or they could cut the top off of it and use it in some way to decorate something else other than a bag. So I hope you've enjoyed this and are inspired to start creating your own little tiny bags and miniature journals. I'm excited about this, and you know, I'll probably do these 4 and be done, but I'll probably do some larger ones too. I just think it's a really cool idea, and it didn't cost much to buy these little bags. And of course, the ephemera is digitals that I printed out from Shabby Art Boutique, the Craft Room, Attic Roses. I think that's the name of it. Yes, Attic Roses. So thanks for watching, and remember, every day's a gift. Always look for the joy in each day. Today, I get to go out and water some flowers. And while it's not joyful because it's hot, it is joyful to water the flowers and see them grow and bloom and be beautiful. So I'll be back before you know it. I'll see you soon.